Hi guys, welcome to this channel. So guys, Cardib revealed crazy way she found out that she was pregnant, and she also talked about postpartum.
Y'all, I am about to go home in a couple of hours. My little baguettes and my little croissants. I love you, but I have to go back to America. Mama tired. And I miss my babies. I miss my three kids. And I cannot wait to, like spend some more time with my little new baby. So, I want to say that I'm very proud of myself and I'm very proud of my team. Because they had to like kind of convince me to come out over here, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, like whatever. And let me tell you something. So one thing that I noticed the last time I gave birth to my son, I don't know if y'all noticed, like, all right, so Wavy Man, his birthday is on the September 4th and my daughter is on the 7th. So like when I gave birth to my son, the first 2 weeks I started getting a little bit depressed. Like I feel like I started getting postpartum because I kept doing the same routine. I kept doing the same routine. And then I came to Paris for Fashion Week and I started feeling like myself again. So this time around, I took the same approach. Sometimes, y'all gotta remember, this is my third round with my babies. I want to tell y'all new moms something because sometimes we feel like we have to sit down or like if it's your first baby, I think that you should learn your baby and learn how to be a mom for the first time. But I feel like when I had culture, I got really bad postpartum because I took 2 months off and I was in the house all day just learning and learning how to, like my new life. I feel like you get postpartum because the change is so quick that it freaks you out and you just be like, wow, my life for the rest of my life. So I feel like this third time around, I try to split my work and my kids and enjoy myself a little bit more so I won't have postpartum. And I don't know, I just feel really proud of myself. I keep making this joke that I feel like I have postpartum ADHD because after I get birth to my baby, I was working while I was pregnant. As y'all could see, I was in the studio all the time. But as soon as I gave birth, like I just wanted to get up and go right away to the gym, go right away to my massage lady, get my massages, get my faja. Uh, I I recorded a lot of songs while I was pregnant, and a lot of them I have to re-record because I noticed a big difference in my voice that I wasn't even hearing while I was pregnant because I was pregnant for a couple of months. And I want to tell y'all this story about how I found out that I want to tell you this story about like this whole like about my baby because I know you guys find out late that I was pregnant, but I also find out kind of late too. And I was gonna wait till like around my album time so I could tell y'all, but it's like fuck it, we already here. So I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. In January, right after I shot like what? I went and got surgery. I got some more butt injections removed because it takes rounds to get your injections removed. I got some of my butt injections removed, and I also went to fix like certain things with of my fibrosis with surgeon made and everything. So in January I got surgery, right? And February, I was working, whatever, doing whatever the crap, whatever. So in March, after I put out enough, I'll say around, I don't know, if y'all could put out the date, it was like a couple of days after Jason Lee party. Like it was like 5 days, like it was around March. It was like around March 20th or March 16th. It was like around those days, right? I woke up one morning and my mouth tasted like copper. It literally tasted like copper. So I was like, oh my gosh, this only happened to me when I'm pregnant. So I was like, damn, I automatically knew that I was pregnant. So I thought to myself, I got pregnant in January and I did a blood test. And I came out, I wasn't pregnant. And I did two pregnancy tests. I did a blood test in America and I did a blood test in Colombia. And I wasn't pregnant. Then I remembered I had sex on Valentine's Day. So I was like, I'm probably like 7 weeks, 6 weeks pregnant. And this was around the time that I'm like promoting the fuck out of enough. So I'm like, damn, I'm pregnant. But I'm not really thinking much of it. So I'm not thinking much of it. Me and my baby dad, we were in very bad terms. I still called him and I was like, hey, I'm pregnant. And we kind of laughed about it because it's like, what the fuck? That shit is so random. We literally went to Colombia because he went with me while I got my surgery. And it's like, what the fuck? How the fuck? Whatever. So then, in March, I was in LA for like a month. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm like 6 weeks pregnant, probably 7 weeks pregnant. I don't know. Because I know for a fact I had sex in 2024. I know for a fact I only had in fucking Valentine's Day and before I got my surgery. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, when I get to New York and I go to my OBGYN, I told her like, hey, I'm pregnant. And she's like, oh, okay. So when was the last time you had sex? I was like, I had sex on Valentine's Day. So I'm probably like 6-7 weeks pregnant. And me and my OBGYN were very, very, very close. Like I love her down. So she's like, okay, well, we're going to do a sonogram. So we just going to see how far along are you? And I was like, so while I'm talking to my OBGYN and as she's doing my sonogram, she's like, oh my gosh. Cause she talks like a little like Staten Island white girl. And she's like, oh my gosh. And like where she said, oh my God, like so loud like that, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bitch? I got twins or something? Like she's freaking me out. So when I said that, she was like, you're not like 7 weeks pregnant or 6 weeks pregnant. I'm like, what? She's like, you're like 17 weeks pregnant. And I'm like, what? She's like, actually, this part of the body shows that like you're like 17 and this one shows like you're 18. Like I can't really figure it out. And I was like, no fucking way. I only had sex one time this year. So then she was like, do you want to like see it? Because I'm not even looking at the sonogram. I don't even want to see it. When I look, it was a whole baby. Like I had it's not like a little bean type of shit. It was a big ass baby. And then she was like, was you getting your period? And I was like, not really. I didn't get my period in February and I got it really light in March. But I guess it was because, I just did a very like strong surgeries. Like I just removed, some part of my ass and I did a fibrosis removal. So anyways, like I was saying, right? I was like, damn, how the fuck? I was like, but Dr. G, like before I did my surgery, like I did a pregnancy test and I was negative. Like, first of all, when I went to Colombia, I was supposed to get my surgery done as soon as I got there. And they delayed my surgery for a week because I had like, I had a really bad cough. So I was like, I I did blood work in New York and I also did blood work in Colombia. Like I came out negative. Like I'm not pregnant. So then when I started thinking, I was like, I really had a real nasty night on New Year's. Like nasty night, like back to back type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a real back to back type of shit. So I was like, maybe that's why I didn't came positive when I did all the blood work for my surgery, because I probably got pregnant on New Year's and then I went to get my surgery like on the 10th and shit. So I just came off negative. But ain't gonna lie to you, when I saw that sonogram and I saw that it's like a full baby, I saw 10 toes and 10 fingers, like I got real emotional right away. And I am not up. I got real emotional. And then I was like, what is it? What is it? And like my OBGYN, she was like, it's a girl. And when I found out it was a girl, I started crying even more because y'all know that I love raising girls. And something that I wasn't really thinking much about because, I was so like busy and so much was going on in my life around that time. It stuck to my head for a very long time. And I just felt like God was telling me, like, it's like, this is your baby. Like, I sent this baby to you. That's why you didn't know how long thing. And I really do. And I'm just so in love with my baby. She's so cute. Like, she is the cutest thing ever. She's such a tiny bean.